current energy check-in for today. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe button. I will have a donations link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started with this reading for September of 2025. What's going on with the current energy? This may turn out to be a love reading. Yeah, this may turn out to be a love reading. All right, so the current energy for today is a Wheel of Fortune reverse, 2 of Cups, Strength card, Leo energy, the ending card reverse, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, Emperor reverse, 3 of Cups, Pisces energy, Patient Man, 8 of Wands reverse, 3 of Cups reverse, 4 of Wands, Page of Swords reverse, King of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles reverse, and the Sun. So what I'm getting here from the current energy, some of you could be receiving a lot of inspiration at this time, like unexpected inspiration. There's also someone that is finding out that you do have a genuine heart. And it turns out that the main reason why someone was relentlessly trying to cause problems for you is because of them being jealous of the connections that they really wanted to have with you. But they never took the step to actually stand up and to let you know how they really felt about you. So in other words, this individual took it upon themselves to get involved with other people and look like to me try to manifest an energy shift with energy siphoning off of you to try to energy swap between you and other people in order for them to have a successful connection. But that didn't work out too well, because all this is leading to is a downfall. I'm getting something to do with a downfall with the 3 of Cups reverse. This is leading to a lot of stagnation, a lot of energy. This individual could be drained of their energy or feeling like external forces, but on a spiritual level. This individual could feel internally, like they could be internally struggling energetically. There's an energetic internal struggling when it comes to their chakras being out of balance. In reality, this person does have feelings for you. This is someone that you haven't been connected to before, but this is an individual that has been a bystander and witnessed you having connections. Some of you could have a past person that was extremely jealous of you and envious of you, that their energy could have rubbed off on this person. And they could be identifying the fact that everything of what they have been feeling this whole time is coming from someone else. But this is going to be reversing with the 8 of Wands reverse. This is someone that you're not talking to with the 8 of Wands reverse. This individual literally feels like something is getting in the way from them talking to you. There is a sense of embarrassment here with the 3 of Cups reverse. They wish they never would have listened to some type of gossip or went along with something, because this is having this individual receive multiple perceptions beyond duality that they're wrong for entertaining this type of drama with the 3 of Cups reverse. So there definitely was a lot of drama that was surrounding some type of connection between you and a past person, etc. This could have been 1 to 2 to 3 years ago. For some of you, this could have been 2 months ago. You could have or not lived with this person. Like, you could have lived with them. You didn't have to live with them. with the Four of Wands. This person is just acknowledging the fact that you are a good person, that you have a genuine heart, you have a genuine spirit. And it's pretty much giving off the vibes that they want what they can't have. And they can have this with these other people because they don't know how to take the lead when it comes to a situation. And instead, they allow this individual, they enable this individual in order to go along with something that's not really right for them. So this individual don't see these other people as a leader like they do you. They could be growing very suspicious of these individuals with the Page of Swords reverse. There's some suspicions when it comes to that. With the Three of Cups reverse and the Page of Swords reverse, I can reassure you that this person has definitely entertained a lot of gossip. They could have caused you some problems. That could have brought a lot of embarrassment to them. Sound like to me this individual is too embarrassed to be seen around these people, that they have been dragging your name through the dirt. This is something to just talk about, something to make up with the Three of Cups reverse. But at least they're seeing exactly what has went wrong with a situation. They're seeing it for what it is, and this individual knows that you're a very strong-minded individual. You're very strong-spirited. Some of you out there have a spirit of gold. We're not going to go based off heart or gold. The heart is is connected to the physical. This is more so on a deep spiritual level, that you have a spirit of gold for some of you out there. You're very strong-spirited, very strong-minded. For some of you, you could be channeling this individual through telepathy. There's a lot of telepathy that's there. This individual could be, they could be in this energy to where they don't want to communicate with these other individuals anymore with the Eight of Wands reverse. Because they see that these individuals are nothing but about trouble, drama. But this individual is trying to blame shift. I could get it here. With the Eight of Wands being a reverse, they're trying to do this type of blame shift energy. They're definitely projecting this blame shifting energy as if these are the individuals that always are about drama. But yet, what is this individual doing? Why was they entertaining the drama? Why was they somewhat starting some of this drama? Because of them wanting what they couldn't have when it comes to these other people that was with you. So is it really these other individuals that are at fault for that? So this person right here has a hard time at taking accountability. But for some of you out there, you're strong enough to hold this individual accountable, and this is why they respect you. For some of you out there, just like I said before, this individual's been hanging around nothing but enablers. They think that this type of activity is cool. They think running their mouth about other people is cool when it's really not. That's the weakest shit anybody can ever do. And sit there and run their mouth or run somebody's name through the mud because they ain't got nothing better else to do. That's why the real ones don't have friends, because friends don't exist. This individual cannot blame shift in the presence of you because you know how to stand up and you know how to hold this individual accountable. And this is something that they're not used to. This brings a lot of insecurities up to the surface from this individual harboring all of that while being around these other individuals. And I'm going to tell you right now, being around these other people are going to continuously enable them to their toxic behavior. This has a lot of toxicity when it comes to this type of energy right here. This individual could have partied with these people with the Three of Cups reverse. But the party always resulted into a lot of gossip about you. A lot of trash talking. A lot of sitting there trash talking, doing this and doing that, doing this and doing that. Every time that they would have a party, this would be a tainted celebration due to the topic of you being brought up. And people, look like to me, people could have got jealous. Even though they were speaking negative about you, like people had a tendency to get jealous. So the people that this individual was around had a tendency to get jealous. Even though they was talking trash about you, at the same time, they had the tendency to get jealous. There's definitely a tainted energy here with the Three of Cups reverse. So even whenever they was having a good time, it ended up tainting this. It ended up tainting this celebration, which will represent a party, because of you being brought up. You was the subject of gossip with the Page of Swords reverse and the Three of Cups reverse, and this individual sees that you don't entertain any of that. Some of you out there could be a lone wolf. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to go. Like, I can't tell anybody what to do, but when it comes to these type of situations, this is bound to happen, especially in these times. But yeah, some of you out there, you ain't afraid to stand alone. Like, you ain't afraid to be on your own and to do your own thing. The best part about this situation is these individuals try to show off in front of this person. They think about talking down on another person was going to lower their attraction towards you. But the way that this individual was manipulating the situation, the way that they was bad-mouthing you or joining this type of gossip, these individuals right here, you can swear up and down that they didn't have any attraction towards you. But the whole time, they did with the Two of Cups. Why did this individual try to use and siphon your energy, do a lot of energy siphoning, manipulation in order to try to put your energy within some of these individuals that they was gossiping to them about you with? If that makes any sense. If this individual wasn't attracted to you or drawn to you or wanted anything to do with you, why was they involved with these energy siphoning type of manipulation that was being done in order to try to put your energy within these individuals just so they can manifest a connection off your energy, but yet through a different vessel if they wasn't into you? See, this individual is scared of the truth because of being trapped in an egotistical, expectational type of mindset. This individual goes based off of expectation. They don't go based off of reality. They're very fixated in their ways, very stubborn. There's a very stubborn energy here, but some of you out there have the same, if not more intense, stubborn energy that literally knows how to ground this individual whenever they're out of line. Some of you out there, you don't put up with disrespect. Some people sit out there and tolerate that. Not you. Not you. These individuals that this individual has been gossiping about you with, these are the type of people that allow that. They allow people to walk all over them. They allow people to tell them what to do. They allow people, it's like they rely on other people for guidance. It's like they're completely disconnected from themselves and they rely on each other for answers. They can never be alone. These type of people right here can never be alone because they're scared. They're too afraid of being alone because they're afraid of what they may be faced with. And this individual, on the other half, when it comes to this situation, they see you as someone that's fearless enough to stand out and to be alone. In reality, this person is a loner. They could be getting in this energy like this. There could be an energy that's starting to manifest to where they're feeling like they don't resonate with these individuals anymore, the Three of Cups reverse, because they don't. That could be why the communication is not happening anymore. It could be slowly fading away. They could be slowly pulling their time back from these other individuals, from talking to them. I'm going to tell you why they're no longer talking to them, because this is not who they're meant to be with, and this is not who they really resonate with anymore. So this individual's insecurities has definitely surfaced in a very unexpected way that is causing a lot of internal energetic struggling that they can no longer avoid. But the best part about this situation is this energy that they have been feeling towards you, it's for a damn good reason. It's because they have genuine feelings for you with the Queen of Cups. They have genuine feelings for you. They don't feel love towards you because of where you live, because of what you have. See, these other people that they was around, that they was trying to run your name through the mud with, these are the individuals that's overly concerned about how they look to the outer world, which some of you out there, you have a complete different way that you carry yourself, which it creates this difference between these individuals and you. And some of these individuals that's been running their mouth about you tried to be like you. So that right there is going to define the leadership in itself. Who's the real leader? Because apparently these individuals talking all this about you, but yet want to look up to you, want to try to be like you all at the same time. That right there is an indication that these individuals see something in you that they wish that they could be, and this is what this individual is seeing, which is why this right here is not going to work out too well for them with the Three of Cups reverse. They could be seeing that these individuals that there's a lot of energy going on here with the Three of Cups reverse. They're definitely starting to see a lot of things that they couldn't see before. A lot of stagnated energy here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Wands reverse. A lot of stagnated energy. A lot of hesitant energy. Sound like to me this is the wheel of karma that is supposed to happen this way. This person could also be facing some type of bad karma. Wheel of Fortune reverse could be bad karma or a form of karma that they have to face. Okay, so some of you out there, you could be some of these individuals' karma with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. And by what I mean by that is you have the power to help them evolve out of the ego in a very uncomfortable type of way, at helping them out their comfort zone, but not how they expect it to happen. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to be very specific about this message. You tell this individual what they don't want to hear. You tell this individual what they don't want to hear. You tell them what they need to hear. Some of you out there could be in this energy when these other individuals want to tell them everything they want to hear, especially when it comes to you. These individuals may not agree to what is being said about you, but yet they join the gossip anyways because they ain't got no damn backbone. A real person ain't going to join this type of gossip. They're going to be separated from that. They're not even going to be entertaining that because these are individuals right here that ain't themselves. They don't know how to be themselves. They don't know how to be alone. They don't know how to challenge the status quo. They don't know how to do any of that. I'm getting something very significant about challenging the status quo, etc. with the Seven of Wands. It's like these individuals are trying way too hard to be something that they're not. And it sounds like to me the way that this individual perceives you is the strongest out of all of these individuals when it comes to your spiritual side and mental side, etc. You got to be a strong-minded person, bro, to be alone and to not have a problem with that, because most people want to be around a group of people all the time just to feel validated in some sort, to feel validated or to feel as if they fit in. Some of you out there don't fit in. So for some of you out there, you don't fit in. You don't care to fit in. You care more so about your well-being. At one time, you could have been in this energy for some of you out there. You could have been in this energy of partying, talking to different people, having different people on your social media. Some of you out there may not even be a social media person. I'm getting something very significant about Instagram. Some of you out there could have deactivated Instagram, I'm getting something to do with that with the Eight of Wands reverse. You could have deactivated an Instagram account. You could have had a lot of followers. Now, keep in mind, this might have to resonate with all of y'all out there. But some of you could have had an Instagram account. And you could have had a lot of followers. Like over 80,000 followers. Or 8,000 followers. With the Eight of Wands reverse. So you could have had 8,000 or 80,000 followers. Some of you deactivated that. This right here is going to prove that you're not about the material world. You're not about the image. This could be a female that this could be resonate with. Like when it comes to this Instagram account. Could be a male, but there could be a female. This could be resonate with. You could be a fire sign or a water sign feminine. You can either be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius female or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces female. That this could be resonate with, or possibly an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And you could have had a large following. And just out of nowhere, you began to see things for what they really are. Or it don't even have to be that many people. There's something very significant about social media that someone no longer wants to engage with the friends that they have on there. And this could be well over the 1,000 mark. When it comes to how many people this individual has on their social media page, this is a lot of people. Even though I don't have the Six of Wands in the read here, it's giving off a lot of vibes of no longer wanting to communicate with a lot of individuals that are extroverted. Because the Eight of Wands reverse, that's like an introverted energy. So some of you out there could be very introverted. And when you tend to get around situations, this is another reason why some of you out there could have had to pull back. Or this individual may have a side to them to where they could be extroverted, but there's a time and place for them to actually be introverted. And when it comes to these type of individuals, being around these individuals that are needy, that are just too clingy, this is not healthy for this individual at all. With the Eight of Wands energy, if they're continuously messaging them and messaging them and messaging them, this person, when they want their alone time, they want their alone time, and they're going to have that time. But it's like these individuals would not leave this individual alone. They would continuously invite them out to go partying. They would continuously invite them out to just have a conversation with them or to go for a walk with them or whatever this is. It's like they're too clingy and too needy. Or they'll just start the conversation up. Don't even know what they're talking about, just to sit there and bullshit with each other. And that's still, this individual still not having their alone time. But now y'all see where I'm getting at with this message, how this individual is attracted and drawn to you because of your alone nature. You being a lone wolf. That's what they call a lone wolf. Somebody that don't follow a crowd of people. Somebody that ain't afraid to stand out and to be alone. And by this individual being drawn to that, I'm going to tell you why. It's exactly how I just explained when it comes to these individuals being overly needy and clingy towards this individual. Because you're not talking to them. They know if they was to get with you, you could care less if they was to disappear or to sit there, not disappear in a bad way, but this individual right here knows that if they was to get with you while you being in this lone wolf energy, they would know that you wouldn't run behind them. You wouldn't reach out to them and continuously bother them over and over and over. And this is something that this individual is drawn to. But they're not used to that. They're used to these other individuals that sit there and give them validation continuously. This is an everyday thing. But this is something that they may be starting to pull away from with the Eight of Wands reverse. I'm getting this individual don't even want to be seen around these individuals in public anymore. The Three of Cups reverse. This could even be like when it comes to going clubbing, etc. They don't want to be around these individuals anymore because of how toxic this really is. So this individual, so you could have really inspired this individual to become aware of how toxic and how much enablers this individual was really around. And believe it or not, this individual has a lot of respect for you and love toward you. And when it comes to this energy, if someone doesn't respect you, they don't love you. If this individual clearly does not respect these other individuals that possibly try to have a connection with them, but yet there's a lot of non-compatibility here with the Three of Cups reverse. That's why they wouldn't work. Especially if this individual was trying to energy siphon your energy, because they didn't really know who they was. It was just based off the egotistical perception of what they thought reality was really about. But it's not about the partying, bro. It's not about going out there spending money all the time or being around a bunch of superficiality things that serve absolutely no purpose for the soul's purpose. Your soul's got to breathe, bro. You got to have time to yourself the way your soul is breathing. You feel alive on the inside. That's what I call living. If you don't feel alive in here, then what's the point of being involved with all of this whenever you feel nothingness? See, some of us out there could go for a walk out in nature and feel the most celebration. These type of situations right here, they have people out there that are too much in this energy to where they need to have this outer validation, to where the same way that some of us feel as a spiritual person, the minute I go in nature, I'm content. That right there actually makes me feel better than actually being at a party. It gives this sense of security. But this right here, this is how these individuals operate when it comes to that. Like, you see how if some of you out there may have a good time with being alone, you may not party or none of that. You just sit in your room or sit in the living room or watch TV or something. Or just sit there and just relax and listen to music at your house. And you can feel the same energy with being alone. Like, you know how all this partying energy, how they get excited, they feel good about themselves. Some of you out there feel the same exact way, but not doing the same exact thing of what these individuals are doing. You're doing something completely different. Some of you out there could literally be a homebody type with the Four of Wands. The thing of it is, this person is starting to become aware that they are actually the same person. They just ignored that. They ignored that by shunning how they really feel on the inside internally off to the side, and being around these enablers ain't helping this individual any. It ain't helping them. So you can really be an inspiration to this person. Page of Wands is an inspirational, creative type of energy. So some of you out there could be very creative and very inspiring to this person. They could be seeing that if they have some friends, this ain't really their people. With the Three of Cups reverse, it's like in reality, none of these individuals like each other to start with, but yet they too afraid to tell each other how they really feel about each other. They're not real enough to actually confess the fact that they don't like each other. But the loners out there don't have that problem. They're wise enough to understand what this can really bring in. Now, I'm not saying everybody out there is toxic. Everybody out there don't have a certain line of respect for themselves to not engage with this type of activity. But the loners out there don't have these type of issues because they already been through this type of experience a long time ago. This right here was already learned through experience, which therefore gave them wisdom to the things that they was once ignorant to when it comes to not fully being aware of who these individuals really are and what they really about. If someone's always spreading gossip, talking negative about somebody else, or always being a Debbie Downer or being a down type of person to bring other people down, that ain't the right environment to be in. That's not the right individual to be around. And it takes a strong-minded individual to separate themselves from these type of energies, because that's what it is. And this is something that some of you out there could be inspiring this individual to do. But it's going to have to be on their own time. Because in reality, you can't tell anybody how to live their life. There is a such thing as an inspiration, but as far as my perspective, I'm going to give my perspective on it, okay? As far as me telling somebody like how to live their life out there, not going to happen. It's good to give advice, but at the end of the day, bro, these individuals are on their own. If this is what they want to continuously entertain, that's all on them. I'm nobody's counselor. I'm nobody's whatever you call it. I'm not that person. All I am at the end of the day is when I'm guided, intuitively guided to give advice, that's exactly how it's going to come about. And that's that. That's final. But yeah, some of you out there just got this energy to where you tend to draw people in with not being noticed or known enough like other people want to be known from an egotistical perspective, which is an illusion, in order to get this type of attention drawing your way. So you have a specific draw to you that this individual has acknowledged. But this individual also has a draw to them that pulls in these other individuals, but not for their highest good. And this is something that they're acknowledging with the Four of Wands. They're definitely acknowledging that. They may have some energetic cards that they're going to have to dissolve on an energy spiritual base level. Four of Wands is giving the vibes of like an energy card. So this individual can have several energy cards that may still be connected to these individuals, which is why it's hard to fully disengage from communicating with these type of people. But eventually it's going to happen. This is something that they're not used to. That's another thing. This individual is having a hard time fully breaking out their comfort zone, but they're well on their way. But this is a very uncomfortable internal experience on an energy level. Because this is a whole different level of vibration right here, bro. Okay, so some of you out there, this individual could have recently been undergoing a spiritual awakening. They could be starting to notice certain synchronizations, which is synchronicity patterns, that are identifying what they have been ignoring all along on an internal, egotistical base level, which is a limited belief, limited knowledge, limited wisdom. And all of it, bro, it's like this individual, the whole time, they didn't feel free from themselves. They didn't feel free from the ego. So by them being around these other individuals, this right here created more invisible confinement in the mental state. This right here created more expectational, non-existent beliefs that their soul really does not resonate with. But at the time that they was in the ego, this is a very deep message right here that somebody needs to hear. This could be resonating with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Don't have to be. But there's a huge ego here. That someone is starting to realize that they haven't been freed from their ego, which is an expectational, egotistical, non-existent belief that their soul does not resonate with, if y'all get what I'm saying. Because the whole time, even though they had this egotistical belief, which is expectations, that's not really who they are on a soul-based level. That's a mask. That's the false self. And this individual right here has been ignoring that for a long time. And when someone doesn't feel free from who they really are because of not fully knowing themselves, and you having this power to bring their inner self to light and to have that surface, that's some power, bro. That's some power. To some of you out there, you may have this guru side to you, or a strong spiritual awareness side to you, because I'm kind of getting a strong sense of spirituality with the Patient Man card. That right there is all about enlightenment. But for people's highest good. It may not be perceived that way from everybody, but some of you out there, you have people's best interests at heart when it comes to these situations right here. Not with just this person, but how you operate as an individual. Which is meaning your energy, the way that you operate on an energetic based level, divides you from all these lower leveled energies that are just vibrating at a low level, if that makes any sense. Everything is going to have a certain vibration to it, especially when it comes to the energy that they give off. Now, non-exist, like people that don't believe in spirituality, they may not feel that way about certain things, certain situations, certain atmospheres, or certain people that they're around. But when it comes to the spiritual base level of people that operate off of their spiritual side, which is a half and half, that would be the ego and the spiritual side. That would be the proper balance. But the way that this situation is turning out right here, this is causing some type of internal hesitant energy to surface in order to create more struggles, therefore pulling apart from fully disengaging with these type of conversations from individuals that they was once comfortable at having conversations with. So based off the energy that I'm feeling from the cards, like this person does have a strong level of respect towards you and love towards you. The Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, that is heavy on the love vibe. So this individual definitely does love you. They feel love and energy towards you. They actually love you for who you are. This is someone that has witnessed, like you may have not have been friends with this person with the Three of Cups reverse, but other people were. This was just an individual that had a problem with always feeling like they're on the back burner, but yet they never did anything to confess the fact that they may have felt something for you. And this right here, literally, some of you out there may have not even knew this individual was into you like that, because like some of you out there may have not even knew that this individual had any type of feelings towards you on this type of level, because of them not being in the energy of actually being like a lover, but instead wanted to masquerade as an enemy. This person really ain't the enemy. No, they're not. They're only enemies with the false self, which is the ego, which is something that apparently you have the power to have them elevate and go through an evolution to transform out of. That's power, bro. That's power. Apparently these other individuals, these other energies here couldn't do that for them. Because just like I said before, they're enablers. They're not aware of what's really going on and what's taking place on that spiritual, energetic base level, universal level. They're not aware of that. They're inexperienced. But anyways, this is what I have for the message. Let's go ahead and get a closing message for the read. Lovers reverse. So yeah, so this is someone that you haven't had a connection with. But even though the Lovers is in reverse, there's still a lot of intensity that's coming off this card. And the main reason why y'all wasn't in alignment with each other is because of this individual also trying to use other individuals. Like, it's like they try to project their energy into other people and trying to love you through someone else, because they didn't have enough strength and courage enough to actually approach you to let you know that they felt some type of way about you. That's another reason why this individual never had the confidence or the time of day to actually approach you on a romantic base level. So even though the Lovers is in reverse, there's still a lot of intensity, a lot of magnetism that has a specific draw between you and this person.